that should do. There you are. All right. First cast of the day. You never know, might be first fish of the day. So that one's got the dongle rig on. This one will have a 2-hook clip down on, size 2 hooks. Right, let's get some lugworm on a baiting needle, see what these lugworm are like. Hopefully they're not too bad, but you never know, do you? That's the trouble. Not too bad. Seen better, but beggars can't be choosers, as they say. Just put a couple of little small ones on to start off with. Wind's getting up a bit now, so let's get the beach shelter up. Hello, good afternoon from North Beach, Lowestoft, down here in the Suffolk coast. Just got everything set up, got my shelter up. It's a bit breezy, so when I got here that went quite as blowy as it is now, so I got all the rods out before I set this up. 2 rods out, usual rods, one with 2-hook clip down with size 2 and fresh lugworm on, and the other one with a dongle rig, a pulley dongle rig with a piece of bluey on. They've been out now about 20 minutes, so I think that's time now to get them in for the first time and see what there is, if anything. I haven't noticed any bites, but there again, I haven't really been watching either. But bit cloudy, bit breezy, but apart from that, no problem at all. So anyway, let's get these in the first time. Get the one with the lugworm in first. A little bit of weight on there. Can't believe that's a fish on the first cast. Nice that is. Definitely some little bit of weight on there. Yeah. Well, first fish of the day. Well, let's try and keep a record. This is this 2-hook clip down. Which hooks catch the fish? So, first one, little dab. There you are, little dab. Not very big at all, but a little dab on the top hook and a bit of weed. So let's get him unhooked. Well, that was a nice little start. First cast on the lugworm. Caught a nice little 22 centimetre dab on the top hook. Got me in a bucket of water down there. Seemed perfectly lively. I'll give him another 5 minutes and then put him back. Seems completely unharmed, which is very good. Even though he did swallow the hook down a little way, I managed to pull the line back through the gill and turn the hook round and then push it back out through his mouth. So all's well and good. Let's hope that's the start of things to come and we're just a fluke on the first cast. So we'll crack on. And now I'm all set up. Caught my first fish, happy now. I think it's time to put the kettle on. What I'll do is I'll go and put the camera down there and you can watch the rod tops while I make a cup of tea. Just give us a shout if they start going. Well, looking at this, there might have been you might be seeing a little bite on that rod, the one nearest the camera. So maybe I better get that in. A whiting this time on the bottom hook. So 1-1 as far as the hook stakes go. Oh, everything happening at once. Fish, kettle boiling, company bed. Now, where's this one hooked? Oh, that's a nice little hook one. Whoa, don't do that. Right, put you in there. Hopefully you'll be alright. First things first, make a cup of tea. The most important thing. Right, now 5:20, so should be just about coming up to low tide. And so far I've had a fish, at least one fish every cast. Just that one dab, but then whiting, and the biggest one I had is this one. This is a nice size one, 36 centimetres. So he's coming home for me and will be a meal. So a couple more like that would be nice, or bigger. So it's been really good so far. Like I say, at least one fish every cast. Alright, they are only whiting, but there's some decent sized ones. I've been able to unhook them successfully. I don't think I've actually killed any yet, apart from that one. But there's one in my bucket there who looks a bit suspect, as whiting quite often are. But I'll chuck him back. I'll give him a chance anyway. If not, I'll give a seabird a meal in the morning. So that's that for now. The only one thing, there is a bit of weed in the water now. because the first time I brought in that pulley with that dongle rig on, I went in core, and I couldn't just reel it in. I had to reel up and then reel in as I went down. And I thought, well, it feels a bit dead weight, so unfortunately it was a big lump of weed. It did have a whiting on the end, but it was mainly weed, unfortunately. It just made me think for a minute or two there might have been a decent fish on there, but no. But anyway, tip lights are on, and it looks like, oh, I think possibly both rods are going again, so I think it's just going to be whiting after whiting tonight. Not that I'm complaining, because can't beat catching fish, whatever they are. That's what we come here to do. So anyway, oh yeah, bait wise, what have we got? Got some fresh lugworm here. I don't know how well you can see them, but they are the tiniest little lugworm. There are some reasonable sized ones in amongst them, but they're mostly tiny. So I'm glad that I got them from Avenue Angling in Beccles, or Ella, and they sold them by weight, which I think was a good idea, because if you'd have had 50 of these, you haven't put 2 and 3 on every hook at least. So if you had just 50, they wouldn't last too long. So I don't know how many is in here, but there's a good few. So even though they are tiny, that's not too bad. So here's that, and then in here I've got these little bank coin bags, and there's small squid, and there's some bits of bluey there as well. So they're going on the dongle rig. Hopefully you catch either a big whiting or anything else. A cod, dare we say it? I doubt it somehow. But that would be nice, wouldn't it? Catch a nice cod. That make a better tea than one of them whiting, I can tell you. But there you go. So rod tops have stopped rattling about for a minute. I don't know, a little bit of movement. I'll give them another few minutes and then they'll get them in again. Right, properly dark now. It's now 4:45. Feels later than that. That's 4:45. I had a fish every cast until the last cast. Well, I say I didn't have one. I'm certain there was one on there just before that, just started to come into the waves, just short of the beach. Also went way light, so I'm certain there was something on there. So what I've done is I had on that clip down rig, I had 2 size 2 hooks. So what I've done is I've changed one of those, so I've got a size 2, but I've also got a size 2.0 as well. So I've got a big hook and a small one. So we'll see what difference that makes. But that's rattling again a little bit. So in fact both of them might be going a little bit. Well, that right hand rod keeps going a little bit, so that's due for a bait change, so I'll get that in. Feels like there's something on there. But I've had this before and then lost them on the way in. Or on the last cast, I'm certain I lost something on the way in. So hopefully this time I won't. Well, funny enough, I wonder if that's just the weight catching on the bottom as it come in, because that's 2 casts in a row where I haven't had anything. Right, another whiting on the dongle rig. I thought, I can't get the hook out. It wasn't a hook problem. It swallowed the bait right down inside. I'd really swallowed it. The hook wasn't actually, it came unhooked easily because of being a circle hook. But the fact that it had swallowed this right down, it doesn't look particularly well. Gills are still going, so he might be all right. But time to cut this off. You always have to be careful not to cut your bit of braid. God. Something handy about having a bucket of water there. It helps the fish recover, but also gives you something to wipe your hand, rinse your hands in. Right, let's find another bait. Right, bumper bluey this time. Will that fit on that dongle? Yeah, should do. Let's put together. Right. Hook on there. That on there. Right, pull that through. So it's like that. Now, put that on there. Like that. It'd help if I undid this first, wouldn't it? Oops. Oh. Fingers and thumbs. Cold fingers and thumbs at that. Push that down so it's clear of the hook. Right. Plenty of elastic. Now that is a fairly hefty chunk of bluey, so hopefully the only thing that's going to get it is a fairly hefty sized fish. We can but hope. Right. Unhook that. He says. Like that. Pull that out. And there, one bait on a dongle rig, all ready to go when I next bring that one in. Rinse my fingers again. That whiting seems to be recovering a bit, so with a bit of luck, I'll give him a few more minutes. He seems to be getting better, which is a good sign. He's not going to be bird food or seal food. Right, I think it's time for a cup of tea. And what is the time? Oh, it's only 10 past 5. I was going to say it's time for tea, but I think it's a bit. I think I'll wait another hour before I have tea. So, but I think I will put kettle on. Right, quick update. It's now 10 past 6, tea time. So I've got my sausage casserole heating up on the stove. Still getting a whiting almost every shot, every cast. Nearly all on the smaller hook, funnily enough. And I've just caught this. Now, I think it's a pouting. It's alive. But it has got, you can't really see it. Oh, there it is. It's got that as well. But I still assume it's a pouting. I first saw it and I thought, oh, that's a little codling, but I'm pretty certain that ain't. That's just a pouting. Put him back in the bucket. Right, so that's it. I'll have my tea and we'll carry on. Well, that was hard work to bring in. There's a white in there, another one there, but all that weed. So thought I might add something a bit better than those two whiting, but there we are, loads of weed. Right, okay, in the process of packing up now. Had plenty of fish, plenty of whiting, a few dabs. In fact, I had a dab when I just brought the last cast in, and also that was a couple of casts ago on the 2-hook clip down, and I thought, well, is it just a lot of weed? It's really difficult. I couldn't even, I was just moving when I was trying to bring it in. Anyway, so I thought, I aren't going to be able to bring it in like this. That's going to break the line. So I walked down the beach, brought it in from an angle, and that was coming in very, very slowly. So I thought, it must be a huge amount of weed. But anyway, all of a sudden, oomph, I come free and I go flying backwards on the backside. Anyway, I get it in, no fish, no weed either. And when I got it back here to rebait it, I noticed one of the hooks had straightened out. So, what was it? Was it something in the water? Mind you, I hadn't snagged on anything and I've been fishing the same place all the time. So, we'll never know. But it's, like I say, just straightened the hook out. I'd like to think that was a big fish, but you never know. Probably just a snag. But anyway, I got all my tackle back, so I didn't lose anything. So wind is getting up now, so I want to get tidied up before it gets too bad. And just like to say thank you very much for watching. If you're not a subscriber to the channel, I'd love to have you along, so please do, and hit that notification bell so you'll know when the next one goes up. And the other thing is, this is the last film I'll put up of 2024, so I'd just like to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year, and I'll see you in 2025. Good night, everyone.